Last mission. Final boss mode.
Approved, all that. So yeah, we got a couple of previews. We got a potential fight of the year for next week.
Hold on, wait, you talking about the biggest fight of the year, not potential. Like
it is.
It's legit the biggest fight of the year.
It's not promoted like that.
Hell
so
no.
we will, damn it.
Yeah, and that's also that's a big thing I have a problem with. Like Top Rank, like you guys have the biggest fucking fight of the year. And first of all, you're dodgy about the ticket information. You say it's tickets available. I didn't receive one email about tickets, and we get all top rank emails, everything. There was nothing about ticket information. I barely see that shit even mentioned on TV. Never mind a fucking commercial.
Yeah, I haven't seen a commercial.
Yeah, and it's for a 4-belt unification at 140. Between the top 2 fighters in the division, like what the fuck is the problem?
Like whoever wins is pound for pound, top 5, top 3 in my book.
Definitely top 5.
Definitely top 5.
Top 5.
That goes for Ramirez because a lot of people probably don't have him
pound for pound top 10, but he is in the fringe. So if you have him number 12 or 13, he's automatically going to go to top 5. And Taylor, who I believe is top 5 now, or at least 6 or 7, he's going to be top 3.
Yeah,
so this
I was going to say
top 3. Wow.
Yeah, he'd be top 3 with this win. Like, I mean, there would be. I mean, you couldn't argue with Spence. You couldn't argue anything like that. Like, I mean, there's no way you'd argue.
Yeah, to me, it's like Canelo, Monster, then it'd be the winner, then Taylor.
Yeah, you know,
he would jump over Lopez and Crawford.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think this is over Crawford anyway.
Go to Crawford. I mean, I'm not gonna go into that. I'm not gonna go into that. I'm not gonna touch that one. I'm not gonna this nigga in Crawford. You know, I mean, I think there's gonna be a rant on this nigga at some point about something. You know, I don't want to get into that. I don't want to push this nigga's button.
None's coming though. I'm gonna focus on this fight, which is an excellent matchup. It's literally the biggest fight that's signed for this year. And this is the year that we've had some good fights, you know, put together. Like low key, this is an underrated fucking year.
Well, not underrated. Yeah, I need a couple more of these fights to pan out before I say it's really underrated. Like,
so as far as what schedule?
Well, we're getting Charlo Castano, another unification.
That's what I'm saying. We getting Daenerys O'Malley. Even Tank Barrios is a decent fight. Shit.
I like that fight too.
Yeah. I think we're gonna see something special in that. Like we're gonna see if Tank really is supposed to be where he at, or Barry is gonna have some more. Mario gonna have some more redemption because everybody think he's just mid.
Me.
I'm being honest. Like a lot of people just had that fight.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of excitement for Tank Barrios like I do the other fights, especially this particular fight. But you know, this fight literally it's a class fight, and I just don't understand why it's just not promoted the way it is. Josh Taylor, arguably, might be the best British fighter outside of Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury right now. Definitely the one. I mean, so that also brings another question. Now,
he top 3. You're right.
Might be by default. Shit.
Yeah, by default. Yeah.
You honestly, you could make a case for him being the best. Actually,
you could argue it.
Yeah, I mean, he's undefeated.
Yeah, like if he wins,
he has a better resume than Tyson Fury.
Unified and undisputed shit.
Yeah, and he's undefeated. Unlike Joshua, and Joshua's, Joshua. I support Joshua, but even I couldn't be like, unless Joshua, unifies, then okay, then we're talking. But
yeah, that's true. Like,
how much of a shot?
Like, it's right up there. Like,
but honestly, how much of a shot are you giving Ramirez? Because it seems like everybody's just counting him out already.
Well, now people want to count out Ramirez.
Well, everybody feels like I
don't
feel like
on the Josh Taylor right now.
Well, here's my thing about this. I mean, we all know about this trend that's going on right now with Mexican fighters and British fighters going on. Like, I mean, literally every notable British fighter has been getting bodied by either not only known Mexican fighters but by unknown Mexican fighters, and it's like
some of them been going out hard, others been kind of just going out with a whimper.
It's been a couple of years. It's been a couple of years of that trend going on for real.
Yeah,
a couple of years, just last year.
Yeah, it's becoming more pronounced. It doesn't seem. I mean, it seems like every single time you get a British fighter and a Mexican fighter on there, the Mexican fighter rises to the level and gets bodied. Like, and they get bodied in the most brutal way. It's not even division, not even a decision loss. They're getting bodied. Like,
yeah. Oh, we could just make a whole list of these dudes, like Josh Kelly. Well, that was Russia, but you know.
Yeah, Josh Kelly was already shaky as a bitch. Anyways, like from there, we got Joshua
Warrington.
We got Warrington getting bodied. We got James Tennyson getting bodied, and they're all on Eddie's. These are all Eddie Hearns fighters that are getting bodied, like, which is hilarious. Like, it's like, geez, man.
Smith, Saunders, it's like,
yeah, Canelo, Saunders, yeah,
Nate Campbell,
yeah, yeah, Campbell and Garcia. Well, you can pretty much all of Canelo's DAZN run, pretty much with it's all UK fighters.
Yeah, so it's like Josh Taylor, he's like the premier UK fighter along with Joshua and Fury. So it's like, since Fury and Joshua ain't fighting any Mexicans lately, it's up to Josh Taylor to see if he could throw it back for the UK, like, put them back on top in these matchups, because it's low key, like, how we always have like the Puerto Rican Mexican rivalries, but more often than not, you always kind of see the Mexicans win.
Yeah,
it's becoming like that now. Like,
yeah, of course you don't tell.
More pronounced though.
I mean, actually, Pete, you're kind of silent, nigga. You're Puerto Rican, bro. What do you think about that comment that LB just said? He's silent.
I mean, even we had a damn poll about that.
Oh, no, say that again.
No, LB mentioned that that about Mexican fighters and Puerto Rican fighters.
Oh, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, like, I ain't got nothing to say about that. The Mexican Puerto Rican stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, whatever.
I mean, it's just an observation. Like I'm just like, come on, nigga. Like, it ain't everybody getting that Puerto Rico or nothing. Like,
no, I know.
Yeah,
they got some of my favorite fighters all the time. So,
I mean, yeah, sometimes you have to call as
sometimes it's just a harsh truth. Like,
yeah,
I'm sure the UK dudes ain't, cheering every time we're like, damn, man, this guy got bodied, this guy got bodied, this guy got.
I mean, Puerto Ricans are kind of used to getting the short end of the stick from Puerto Rico and Mexico. So, I mean, it's a harsh reality of life. The harsh realities of life will take your soul. So,
but yeah, this fight, Top Rank dropped the ball on this one as far as promoting. I know Official Scorecard Boxing was saying how there was Taylor threatened to pull out. There was something about him supposed to be in Mexico. Just all types of, like, the way it's being promoted, you could tell there's some type of behind the scenes fuckery.
Yeah, it's like,
I mean, the co-main, Zepeda versus Henry Lundy or Hank Lundy? That's just trash.
Yeah, that one kind of like surprised the fuck out of me. I was like, what kind of co-main is that for a car like this? Yeah, like,
it don't matter. Like, look, Canelo Saunders got top billing, and that co-main was trash. That whole card was trash. So, a trash co-main event, no excuse.
Yeah, but it should be
Fight
like
is big enough on its own by itself.
Like
4 belts, undefeated. Like,
my thing is, when you have a fight like that too, at least try at least shine some light, to the undercard. I always like to say, like, boxing, grows or can get built, or you can build up if you have at least someone, that can benefit from that, from that, so that's the thing. So that's why it's like, Jose Zepeda, yeah, I mean, we all know who he is, and like, obviously, dude took part in one of the greatest fights you've seen in the last, 10 years or whatever. But it's just like, he could be finding someone better than Hank Lundy,
Yep.
Facts.
Yeah.
So, and then nothing against Hank Lundy, but damn.
Hank Lundy is 37 years old. I mean, I mean, I think probably the last time he was on TV, he probably took an L or something like that.
And he's had shots in the game, you know.
Yeah, he's had plenty of shots, and he's had
his good fights and shit. So it's just somebody, and Zepeda, somebody you don't want to see anything too dangerous. But if that's because he just had an absolute war in his last fight, so if that's the case, why even put him on the card at all? Just have two other fighters that could have took a spot.
Right, yeah, you know, like so like someone else, like you, like there should be someone else that can be put up there, you know, someone that's like in a higher profile fight, you know, and I would have been cool with that. I would have been like, shit, that's what it is, you know. But unfortunately, that's the co-main. It is what, you know. So at least we'll know. We'll probably get a knockout in that particular fight.
Yeah, but it's the main event. That's the real steak and potatoes of this shit.
Yeah, and Ramirez, like I said, I mean, thing about Ramirez is like, he's not limited. He's not limited in this. Like, I mean, dude is determined as fuck. Like, dude brings a lot of pressure. He does have punching power. You know, dude will make you work for 12 rounds, and that's
good right hand, good body shots, good uppercuts. He has the whole arsenal. To be honest,
his defense is kind of leaky to me.
His defense is leaky.
Yeah.
You know, but
it's good enough for that style. But then again, it's like when we talking about pressure style and defense, I wouldn't put him up there with the Spence, the Roman Gonzalez, the Golovkins. He's not on that level with the defense.
No.
But he tries to bring that pressure though.
And the thing though is, it's not like Taylor has never seen that style before. I mean, dude pretty much whooped Barancek, you know, to take his belt. And Barancek is pressure personified, and Taylor pretty much, you know, he handled him pretty good, you know. So it's not.
It's a different type of pressure though. It's more that Neary type of reckless bombs away pressure. Like, it's relentless as fuck though. So and I do agree with you to an extent where at least he's gonna be seeing that type, like he's seen that type of pressure before. But Ramirez is gonna be a more stalking, calculative approach.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with more refinement, more skill, more technique. So I don't know if he's seen that on the highest level with at the level that Ramirez could bring.
I would think he at least he's familiar with it. So I mean,
yeah, definitely. I'm not going to say that. He has familiarity with that. And Ramirez doesn't have some ultra unique style or anything. Like that was Figueroa.
Yeah.
that's the Figueroa school over there. All that crazy shit.
Yeah, and then Taylor, and what's also underrated for Taylor too is like his punching is very underrated. Like, Taylor will catch you with some shit you will not see.
He hurts everybody he fights.
Almost everybody.
Yeah.
Almost everyone.
Everybody respects him though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You know, so I mean, Taylor.
We'll just take that.
He's very versatile to me. He's a very versatile fighter.
Yeah, that, and he also has very slick footwork too, which also will probably work because I mean, Ramirez to me is more of a plotter. So I mean, I could see
heavy on the plotter.
Yeah, I mean, I can see Taylor giving Ramirez fits just on footwork alone, depending on how he wants to fight.
Just off boxing alone, man. The fucking jab alone. That post-all fight was like kind of telling, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that post-all fight. Yeah. See, if it was one of those fights, I mean, Ramirez.
This wasn't early in his career. Like, I know people try to tie the fight together with Josh Taylor, but you're talking about a prospect handling Postal, and then you're talking about a guy who's a fucking seasoned champ, you know, damn near losing, fucking, you know, get a draw type fight.
Arguably losing.
Yeah, arguably. So, you know, and this is not, you know, this is just comparative with those two. Postal's a good quality fighter, but come on.
Yeah, and
you gotta kind of handle him.
I mean, I put respect on Postal's name, but I expected Ramirez to at least to soundly defeat him, not damn near get a gift against him.
Yeah, and low key, you could say Ramirez probably, because people kind of shit on Ramirez for not being in the tournament, but you can low key say he's fought better opponents outside the tournament than Prograis.
I will say this too. At least At least Ramirez did. Ramirez was not fighting supposed to. Like, Ramirez wasn't in the tournament. He went after the other the other two champions. So it wasn't like he was on some bullshit. With like he was trying to do.
Hooker's a good fucking win.
Yeah, Hooker definitely upped his profile. I mean, because it was a fight of the year and ended up with a brutal knockout of someone who was undefeated. Facts.
Zapata was a good win, although that was a close one.
That was a dodgy. Yeah, I think he probably.
At the time, your mom was a good win. Your mom was.
What was that?
At the time, Amir Imam was a good win for him.
Oh yeah, Amir Imam.
Yeah.
And I had him losing that fight. I was upset. I was in a restaurant in Boston watching.
Yeah, that was an okay win at the time. It wasn't nothing special.
I was just angry. I was angry that Imam lost that fight.
Imam was so I mean,
Amir, like we already knew the story on him, so it was like a good mid-level win. It wasn't. I can't put it on the same level as. Ramirez. I'm sorry, Hooker.
Hooker at least upped his profile, so it made it a really good win for him.
Yeah, Hooker.
Shout out to H. Figueroa. Ramirez became legit after Hooker stoppage.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we put respect. I put respect on that. But it's just so now it's just it's that's why it makes such an interesting style clash. It's like whose style can be imposed on who in this fight. Like, I mean, honestly. So in terms of predictions, so what are we thinking? I mean, LB, since I know you're probably the biggest fan of this fight, I'm gonna let you go first.
Josh Taylor all day. I might even go as far as to say late stoppage. But Ramirez has a pretty good solid gas tank. But I'm looking but fucking, you know what? It's sad. It pains me to say this, but there might be possible fuckery in the decision if someone doesn't blow the other guy out. So I'm hoping for a Josh Taylor late KO, or I think he wins like a 117, 111 fight. Mm-hmm. But if he lets Ramirez win more than 4 rounds or 4 rounds, we might get scorecard fuckery. It might be a majority decision, might be split decision, might be a draw. So it's one of those fights you might want to put something on every outcome.
Yeah, no, and then
I can't trust because Arum and all this top rank, like these niggas might try to sell a fucking Mexican holiday fight versus Crawford or some shit. I don't know.
I mean, and they're both top ranked fighters, but I think Taylor's down with MTK and all of them, so who knows what the.
Yeah, but top rank play favorites.
Yeah, they do. Like, and Taylor
it goes back from the damn Brandon Rios, Mike Alvarado days, the damn Juan Gamboa days. Come on, it just rigging down the Nair, like.
Yeah, they do. I mean,
go on and on.
It does seem like they do favor Ramirez over Taylor. But I guess Taylor kind of.
Wasn't Ramirez at the fight last night? I ain't hear no mention.
Was he? I don't think he.
I can't see him in the audience.
I mean, if we probably check his Instagram or something later, like But
I could have sworn that they showed him twice and they ain't mentioned shit. I'm like, damn. Maybe if someone else seen that, just let me know because maybe I was crazy because it was kind of late,
Yeah, I don't remember hearing or seeing anything about him. Like I said, but I mean, I've been drinking, but
crowd was into that fucking fight though. Damn, Danny. Yeah, I missed that shit. But yeah, is this fight gonna have a crowd?
It's supposed to, but like I said, they said it's supposed to have a crowd. But I'm kind of angry because, like I said, I didn't see nothing about no damn ticket info or nothing. But it's supposed to have a crowd. It's in
they might do some fucking last minute bullshit like the Andre card in Hollywood.
Yeah, it's definitely in Vegas. So I'm pretty sure it might have the crowd like how Joe Smith and Vlasov had a crowd, that type of shit. And then, official scorecard Boston says Taylor gets no publicity in the UK. Meanwhile, Ramirez is the biggest ticket seller on the West Coast. I can see it because I know, shout out to Lukey Boxing. Lukey has uttered such things in the past too. But Ramirez's appeal on the West Coast. Yeah, Ramirez does have a following on the West Coast for sure.
Yeah, he does. Like, he was at the I think the Ortiz fight too.
Yeah, they don't mention him for jack shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's like he be buzzing, and he has a good style. He makes it for good fights. And he be getting support locally. He be at these major events, and it's like they don't mention. It's like fucking Chris Bird used to get shouted out more than this guy.
Nigga, the Paul brothers get shouted out like. Yeah,
it's like Ramirez is like the thing is he's not dressed up like fucking no cloak and mask, no black cover shit. Like he ain't no fucking like he got a disguise on. He's like normally dressed and shit.
I mean, he's like the redheaded stepchild of 140. Like, I mean, everyone, like, I mean, I think he's just too low key. And
is he the one Mexican boxer like no one cares about? Because I'm just like, wow, like. I'm talking about in the media or something, because it's like he seemed like he's the underrated people's champ or some shit.
And you know what? Like the whole blood, sweat, and tears episodes they did on this fight, like he acknowledged it. He acknowledged it himself. Like he's like, yeah, like I'm not a lot of people's radar. People don't think I'm like pound for pound. He acknowledged all this shit too. So I think he's properly motivated for this fight where he needs to be.
I'm not counting him out. Like he's humble. He has some good tools. So. But yeah, if he makes it a fight, it is prepare for some fuckery. But my official pick is Josh Taylor late KO, or at least beating one's clear beating type of win. But yeah, like it has to be clear, or they'll fuck him over.
Yeah, I think Taylor will win too, but it'll be like more of a majority decision. I just see a majority. I just think the two scores will probably be dumb close, and then there will be that one draw on there. There's always it'll be like a fuckery draw too.
You better try to drop Ramirez. It'd be hard to drop some of these plotters, so you got to punch with them sometime and make them run into something.
And that's something that might not work with Taylor, because Taylor can get busted up too. Like that's not a thing. Like Taylor got busted up by Prograis late in the fight, so I mean. And I think Prograis a better puncher than Dan Ramirez, and Ramirez hits hard. Yeah, absolutely. Ayo, Pilot. So, what do you think of our prediction?
Similar to LB. I mean, I just think Taylor's going to neutralize Ramirez. And the contrast styles it makes for a good fight, but I just think Josh Taylor has too many tools in his shed to. Hope maybe put him away late, more than likely, or get a resounding decision. So I definitely think you can't ever count Ramirez out. I mean, he brings that Mexican style, and he's aggressive and he's got the heart, But I just think Ramirez is too good, and it's gonna get him late, or get a comfortable decision.
There we go. That's what it is. AOP, what do you think?
Count me in the mix. Same thing. I'm going Taylor. Unanimous decision. I just think Taylor. I mean, I'm not counting any scorecard fuckery, maybe, but I just don't see it. I just think Ramirez is too good, more skilled. I don't think Taylor's too good, too skilled. I don't think Ramirez is going to really outwork him like he thinks he's going to. The plotting, bad style. I just think Taylor's going to outwork him. 116, 112.
And Ramirez ain't never been on that amount of quarters. Taylor's
I think Ramirez is going to have success in spots, but just not the whole fight.
I mean, we could definitely see that, and it's definitely one of those things. Like, I mean, as much as we're saying that don't underrate Ramirez, I think we probably are in our own different ways because we're all picking Taylor. You know what I'm saying? But
because the thing is. Y'all was already higher on Prograis. I'm sorry, than Ramirez. So
absolutely. So that's
y'all seen this man.
The only caveat is if maybe the resistance starts getting to Taylor by the later rounds, and maybe he fades a little bit. So
I think he'll get a knockdown or two before that.
Yeah,
you gotta put something in the bag. Like you gotta win some. You don't let Ramirez start going, but yeah, like shit, y'all was higher on Prograde than Ramirez, so you know I could understand y'all. And this is after Taylor beat Burn Check, so imagine that.
Yeah.
So y'all picked Hooker to beat Ramirez too. Remember?
Yeah, because I mean,
I was the only nigga respecting Ramirez and Taylor, and where we at now?
Well, I mean, Hooker himself. I mean, like, because Hooker had the momentum. It wasn't like Hooker didn't have any good wins.
No, Hooker had a shot. Like, like y'all two ain't gonna pick motherfucking Hooker if he ain't have no shot.
I mean, Hooker. I mean, like I said, Hooker and Ramirez were both undefeated, so it's like,
it was a good fucking fight. It was one of the better fights of the year. Yeah, shortlist fight of the year, and Prograde Taylor, like,
that was a great fight. That was a great fight. 2019. Really good fight.
Yeah,
140 been the best division or top 3 for like a good minute, and now it's about to pay off. So I'm just glad we finally got this fight. I feel like this has been the fight I've been looking forward to in boxing for like the longest, and I'm glad it's coming together. Just wish it had a little more hype to it, but I'll take it.
I just wish we had a little bit more everything to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Yeah. It seems like this shouldn't be one of them low key fights. One of them low key cards where you don't really know. They're not really high profile, but except for the hardcores or anything like that. It
shouldn't even be a low key hardcore fight. This should be this fight should be as big as Zab Kasazu.
Absolutely, bro.
And right now, it's not even as big as Kasazu Sean B. Mitchell Part 2.
Yeah, or to compare it to more recent, it's not even as big as fucking Ruiz and Areola, which drives me insane.
See, and I was trying to keep it that fucking junior welterweight. I just had to go to that level, bro. I had to because it's disgusting. It's fucking you're right. That's true.
Yeah. And that shit was pay-per fucking view. So it's like that's. Yeah,
and it's like you having all these string of good fights in a row too. So it's like this should have been like the cap off of the month or something.
Absolutely.
Don't really feel that way.
No, but like I said, we hopefully that everything comes together. On
3 Mexican main events in a fucking week in a month.
Yeah.
Like yo, man, like it's clear to say like the 3 biggest like contributors to boxing right now, the Mexico, UK, and America.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
like the type of shows that's getting put on. So it's a beautiful time for boxing right now.
It is, and as we're slowly, it's coming out of COVID. We just hope it keeps momentum. I mean, obviously, what we need now is for the bigger fights, the ones that have the names to get their shit together. And
this should be promoted as names. This should people make. Like, honestly, they'll fucking promote a Caleb Plant fight harder than this.
Yeah.
I fucks with Caleb Plant. I'm just saying, like, it's just wow. But whatever, man.
Yeah, but like I said, no. I mean, everything is a process. Everything will get worked out as it needs to get worked out. So our last and final topic.
And shout out to Joshua O if he listening later. Like no Crawford ran. See.
No, I don't think he's on though. But
I'm good. But hopefully the winner could get him in a fight that that elevate the sport even more. I'll just say that. So, but we all hope that though.
We all do.
Yeah.
So I mean, our last and our final